Hello guys and girls, and good morning, welcome to YouTube. This is my channel, Ollie JHN, and today I'm going to be talking again about the Phantom 3 4K edition. Now, I've done a video previously on this, and if you haven't seen it, then check it out on my channel, and it will be linked in a box at the end somewhere. And click on that and have a look. Basically, that is a review of the Phantom 3 4K. And thanks for all the support on that. It's my best going video so far, so thank you so much for anyone that has viewed that. Today I thought I'd create a second addition to that, and it's all about the actual flying of the drone. Now, last time was more about the product itself and unboxing it, and at the end of the video I did slightly touch on the actual flying abilities of this drone, but today I'm going to go into more detail. I'm going to show you some footage when we used this drone in Cornwall, and I'm going to be telling you how to use it, how it works, and how good it is actually flying as a drone. So I'm going to be reviewing the Phantom brand. Now obviously we've got the Phantom 4 that has just come out as well, so I will be taking that into consideration. But Phantom is doing very well at the moment with their drones. So while that's going on, I'll be in the bottom corner down there, and you can check out all the videos and pictures that the drone has taken. Okay, let's jump straight into the picture when we chucked our Phantom 3 4K into a situation of the Cornish coast. And this is photography. Now remember, the Phantom 3 4K obviously has a 4K camera on it. And that camera system is worth £300 by itself. So you're getting a great deal when you're buying the drone and all the technology inside that, as well as the camera, for like £500, £600. And you can see it can take pictures all over and from a completely new perspective, low down around all situations with its beautiful gyroscope with the camera included on that. Now let's quickly talk about privacy. Now you can see the houses here. Basically, legal wise, you need to be 50 meters away from anything, otherwise you need to ask permission. So if you're 50 meters up in the sky, you're technically covering yourself. Now imagine a house is 10 meters, then you need to be 60 meters up and you're covering yourself. If there's a car on the ground, your ground level, make sure you're 50 meters away from that in terms of like left or forward from it. That's the basics of it. Okay, let's show you a new perspective. Now, look at the beach. You can see I love Cornwall written into it. Now, you wouldn't be able to see that on the beach, but the drone can pick that up. So this is an example how it shows you a complete new perspective. And you can see here some lovely pictures with that 4K camera in a lovely sunny situation. Now, this is taken at Travone Bay in Cornwall. And you can really see that perspective again. You can see the crystal clear sea on top, a bird's eye view literally from the drone. And you can see all the pictures are completely stable. That camera is beautifully stable and it doesn't blur. Okay, next, let's go on to actually flying the drone. So to pan around, you just literally touch the stick like that to your right and then again to your left. So very easy to spin. And get used to the spinning before you start taking it on a 3D course. Just go up and spin it round. Don't bother doing side to side and forward and backward yet, because that's when it gets a bit more complicated. Obviously, you can move the camera up and down. There's me waving like an idiot on the beach. But basically, once you've got the idea of spinning it round, and you've got to get a steady control on that handle as well, because you can get it a bit juttery and jumpy, as you can see at the start. But once you get the hang of it, as you can see, you can get a nice smooth pan round, and you want it nice and slow. And again, moving it down can be a bit juttery to start with. You can see how high the drone is now, probably 50 and above meters. And as I was saying about the legal requirements, make sure you're basically 50 meters away from anything, otherwise you need to ask permission to film it. So now we're starting to move up. And you can do that by pressing this button on the remote. It's a quite simple control so far. Up, down, and round, pretty simple. You can get a 360-degree view. You can move your camera up and down as well. So you're basically being able to see everything apart from what's above the drone. But who wants to see that is sky. So once you get the hang of that, you can start panning the drone. Now that's moving it forward, moving your camera, and here you can see we're following a river. So quite complex photography, but once you get the hang of it, you can move the camera, you can move your up and down, you can move your camera side to side, your camera up and down, and also moving the drone forward and backwards, side to side. So there's so many controls, and it does take a bit of getting used to it. Now let's talk about a few features on the Phantom drones. You've got the return to home. So you press a button, and it basically lands right next to you using GPS. There's also systems on Phantom drones where they follow the remote, so things are perfect like skiing. Chuck your remote in your backpack, start skiing down the mountain, and that drone will follow you. So when you go up by pressing that button, it can actually move at a speed of 5 meters a second, which is very fast for a drone, and its top speed moving forward, obviously depending on the wind, is 16 meters a second. Now when you move up, you can see it can go quite high, and that's because it has a brilliant range. Now, according to Phantom's website, it actually has a ceiling height of 6,000 meters. Hard to believe, but that's what they say. But luckily, Phantom have put a restricted limit on that to 120 meters. That means your drone's not going to go stupid. So in your settings, it is set like that. So it can't go too far, basically. Now, if the drone does start losing signal or it loses battery, it will return to home automatically. So another safety feature there. Lots of people saying you can lose your drones. It's almost impossible. It will return to home using GPS, and if it goes too far, it will return to home automatically. Now you can see here you can get the pan around with the camera, and that's by playing around with 2 different controls. You want the camera moving down and your drone moving sideways. So that's spinning the drone 360, but also moving the camera down and up. Another feature is a waypoint. They can actually fly the drone around, and once it's gone to certain places, you can get it to go to those places again by mapping out a waypoint, putting dots on a map basically, and it will follow those. So very good features. And lastly, you can see you could do excellent things like this, flying over a hole. But lastly, I just want to mention an airport restriction. Now, lots of people are saying drones are crashing into planes, etc., etc. The main risk of that is actually these cheap drones, stuff you could buy for about 40 quid from a shop. They don't have the technology, the GPS systems and the safety regulations inside them to make them safe. You can literally fly them anywhere. Phantom, for example, because they fly on GPS, means that they know where airports are, and actually will not let you take the drone off near an airport, and therefore the drone will not fly into an airport space. And finally, the Phantom 4, which is the new edition, also has collision sensors, which is a huge big thing. Now obviously you can see where your drone's flying, but let's imagine you lose sight of it and then it wants to automatically return to home. If there's an obstacle in the way, let's say a lamppost, and it's trying to fly back to you, even though it's higher than ground level, it could hit into that lamppost. So the Phantom 4 with the collision sensors makes that brilliant. It's going to avoid anything like that and make it even safer. So drones are becoming very, very safe. Amazon are hoping to use them in delivery systems, and they're already trying that out. It is going to be the future. The Phantom 3 4K is a perfect addition. It's on more of the budget side, but it does have that brilliant 4K camera, and it also, because it's the newest model out of all the Phantom 3s, allows you to connect your phone to the drone wirelessly. Now lots of them you usually have to plug the controller into your phone before you can get the signals and the feedback, the live feedback from the drone's camera. But yeah, this one you can do wirelessly. But obviously watch your data because it's going to burn that up. Thank you very much for watching this video today. If you did like it, then please do give it a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, then please do subscribe and put your notifications on so you know when my newest videos are out, which are pretty much every Saturday. Also, to view that original Phantom 3 4K review, you can click on that box over there. So thank you so much for watching. I've been Ollie JHN, and thank you. See you later.